Hi, my name is Joe Kaiser, and I'm going to tell you a bit today about the project that we have called Football in Italy. Myself and my colleagues have been working on this project now for about 5 years, after having done similar projects within one of the major clubs in Serie A. The terms that I am describing are general. They will be modified based on each individual player, as the needs and requirements of the players and the clubs are different as we move. But these general terms should be enough for you to evaluate the program. So you want to become a professional player, but how do you start? You cannot find on the internet a list of teams that are looking for players. Maybe you found offers for trials for a few hundred US dollars or euros or pounds sterling. But you also must pay airfare and maybe hotel. And if there is no hostel, there might even be more expense. And then you will play in maybe one trial, or maybe some scouts will come to watch you. But they do not choose you, so you have to go home and you paid a lot of money for nothing. This is the way the program is usually described. But you were the lucky one, because I hear also a lot of stories of players who pay the money, fly to the country, nobody meets them, and their money is gone. Or maybe you don't even hear again from the agent after you pay the money. Or maybe he has a false invitation from a club. I've heard many stories of such scams and such cheating. With my colleagues in Italy, we have designed a program which works with club presidents of amateur and semi-pro clubs, which will get you into the system in Italy. The system is governed by FIGC, which is the Italian FA. The National Federation comes under UEFA and is controlled by FIFA and all of its regulations. The advantage for us is that we work with club presidents, not technical directors or coaches or scouts. The club presidents are focused on the financial health of their club, which can include winning trophies or getting sponsors or paying players, but most of all, they want to find talented players who have the desire to be developed as a player and can be sold to a higher level club. And this is where you come in. And this is why we can guarantee your placement. You want to play, you want to learn, you want to succeed. They want you to play, they want you to learn, they want you to succeed so that they can sell you for a higher amount. This is how it works. Maybe you are not yet the best player, but that's okay in our system because our objective is to develop you. So what happens in our program is that we have two phases. So let's start with phase one. This is the phase where we invite you to Italy so that you can get an idea of what it's like to play at this level, to live at this level, and we can also get an idea of where it is that we want to place you. The first step is for you to decide you want to start your journey in a football playing career in Italy. You will complete the application, and then you will find a flight to arrive in Milan at Malpensa Airport at the time designated. You will get a Schengen visa for entry into the EU if it's necessary. Some countries don't need to go through this process, but most must make application, and this can take 2 weeks or more. So please allow the extra time. You should be sure to have medical insurance just in case you are injured or become ill during your stay. If a doctor or a hospital is necessary, you need to cover these costs as the club does not provide insurance for the players. Italians are covered by their government health insurance, and that's why they don't have to do this. The cost of the flight, the insurance, and the visa are not included in our fees. You will fly to Italy, and most likely will arrive on a Monday morning. I will meet you in most cases. You can buy a Vodafone SIM card or maybe some other SIM card if you want while you wait for your luggage. When you come out of the baggage area, I or the driver will carry a sign with your name on it. We'll meet you and take you to the required medical exam at the official clinic in Brescia. The cost of this examination is included in your fees. There will be more forms to complete, but we will try to collect all the information from you before you depart for Italy. After the clinic, we will proceed to the hotel, where you will check in, usually 2 to a room. and then you will have lunch. After lunch, you will have time to rest, and then the first session will take place in the late afternoon. The club will send a car for you, or we will walk as it's usually close, and you will meet the technical director and coach in charge of your sessions. During these sessions, you will be evaluated for your ability and also for your potential. We need to determine what is your level and which club is the best for your future. At this point, you are registered with the club and FIGC as a guest player. For each day, Monday through Friday, you will be engaged in training sessions at the club as the technical staff evaluates you. The club will also try to arrange for at least one non-league match for your evaluation. This is subject to the availability of opponents and cannot be guaranteed. It's also not absolutely necessary. You will either have access to a gym at the club's facility or at a private gym so you can follow your own physical workouts. Your day will be structured as you will wake up, you will have breakfast, then you will have free time for rest or gym or personal activities such as shopping or laundry, and then you will have lunch. There can be presentations by guest speakers, former players, coaches, agents, scouts, whatever we can arrange. And then there will be the training session. Training sessions usually take about 2 hours, after which you will receive dinner, and then it will be lights out. Presentations will be based on availability, and we usually try to have at least 2 or 3 sessions with scouts or agents or former players or club management, whatever we can arrange. The more you know, the better. Weekends are unstructured but do include meals. You will be free to schedule your own activities at your cost and will be advised by your chaperone. We shall try to schedule a Saturday evening Serie A or Serie B match for you to attend. The transport might have to be covered by your pocket money, but it's a minor cost. As for the cost of the matches, if it is a usual match, then the cost will be included in your fees. However, if the group decides, and we can give you the option, to attend a match at the San Siro in Milan for the Milan team, there might be an extra cost because the tickets there are very expensive. We shall advise after the players are signed up and confirmed. You will need to bring appropriate clothing for the season. It depends on where you are coming from. If you're coming from Nepal or you're coming from Singapore, it's very different. Some will be cold at 15 degrees, and others will think that 5 degrees is cold. For play, you will need boots and shin guards, and anything special you must bring, like tape or gloves for the goalkeeper, maybe a pullover. The club will loan you the kit for training, and you will have to wear the official kit that they loan you. It will be washed by the club after each training. The program described is considered our Phase 1. It is for a 2-week period, now designated as the 7th through the 18th of November, with 11 nights at the hotel and 10 days of training session. The cost of Phase 1 is 4,500 euros. We will ask you to transfer the first 300 euros to receive an application, an additional 700 euros when you send the application and the program is confirmed. If the program does not proceed, we will send back the 1,000 euros, unless you cause the program to fail by a late withdrawal from the program, in which case there will be extra charges which apply to you. So please don't do this to us. We've had it happen. It's not a pleasant experience. In the past, we've been lucky to find somebody at the last minute who would join in. But once you commit to the program, please, for the sake of everybody involved, do not change your mind. And then comes Phase 2. Okay, so Phase 1 is completed. We've had a chance to look at you, and we've decided which team is going to be the right team for you. You have had the chance to be in Italy for 2 weeks and get some idea of the food and the people and the club and the coaches and how it will operate. You can make the decision as to whether or not this is what you want to do. So, after the 2 weeks, you will return to your home country, and we will talk with your parents about whether they agree for you to go. If they do, there is a contract for you to sign with the agent to make it happen. You will first arrive in Italy as an amateur player and either play in the Promozione League or the Eccellenza League, or if you're really good, in Serie D. You cannot go to Serie C without having been in Serie D as an unknown foreign player. It's only the well-known players who can actually move to higher levels of the club. Um, uh, but for new players, Serie D is the highest that you can go. For making this happen, the agent receives 8,000 euros for the first year, and we arrange for you a school. You must pay an application of 400 euros for an A-level school. For our Singaporeans or others where national service is a problem, we work with you in determining how to defer national service as much as possible. You must get a student visa requiring that you have health insurance that is acceptable to the Italian embassy. And if you are not yet 18, you will need a legal guardian at an additional 2,500 euros per year until you turn 18. If you are going to be 18 within less than a year, you still need to pay for the legal guardian. However, the fee may be reduced. It will not be prorated in full because there are fixed costs involved. So now, if all this is in order, it is time to get on the plane, and you need to buy a ticket. When you arrive in Italy, you will pay for transport to the place. We can help you arrange this. This is not included in the 8,000 euros. The A-levels 13th year school required by Italian universities will cost you, after the application fee, which got you the letter that enabled you to get a student visa, it will cost you another 420 euros per month, which includes lunch, or 400 euros without lunch. You are required to pay this. There are 10 months in the school year. If you qualify for university, the costs of a university are 50% less, but you may not have the option of paying monthly. In order to qualify for a university, you will have had to complete 13 years of your education, and for the English system, that would be the A-levels. For the American system, it would require one additional year. During the time that you arrive there, the first step will be Italian lessons at the school. So this will all be taken into consideration within the school costs. Once you get to phase 2 and accept the invitation, it usually takes 4 to 6 weeks to cycle through the initial visa paperwork, depending on the Italian embassy and any other government departments involved. And then you can get on the plane. So, for example, if this program is run in November, and we finish up on the 18th of November, there are year-end holidays to consider, so it would easily be 6 weeks in order to complete the visa paperwork. That would mean that the earliest that you could return to Italy would be in January, and it just so happens that January, the middle of January, is when the clubs start again after their year-end break. So the timing is exact. We cannot make it any faster because if you were to arrive in Italy earlier than that, there wouldn't be anybody to receive you, as the clubs are not back in session yet after the holidays. In your first week after arrival, we shall apply for your residence permit. When you receive the residence permit, it is only with that card that FIGC, the Italian Federation, will accept your registration as a player. The process to get the card takes about 2 months, and during that time you will attend development training and participate in non-league matches. As soon as you are registered, you can participate in league and tournament matches under the Italian FA. Now, all of that sounds like a high cost, but this is about the same that any young European player will pay to his club. The difference is that he starts paying at the age of 6 and pays every month and every year, and you are age 18, so you missed all the first 12 years. We have arranged it so that you are in effect buying into the club. They need new blood, new players, and they can accept non-EU citizens. But they do not know how to find them. We work with 35 clubs at least, and we'll find the right one for you. They will take some time to train you, maybe 6 months, maybe 12. Once you are 18 years old, a resident, and good enough that a semi-pro or professional club wants you, the game changes, and our agent will negotiate the best deal for you, recovering as much of the initial and recurring costs as possible. At every level, when you have enough experience playing European-style football, the club will sell you on. When your initial club sells you on as a pro, then the new club pays for everything, and our agent handles it all for you. In our process, everyone wants you to go pro as soon as possible because everyone wants to make money based on FIFA regulations. You, the agent, the originating club, everyone involved in getting you started. You do not pay any additional money as all of this money comes from the clubs. So the total cost of the program is at least €12,500, which is $4,500 for phase 1 and $8,000 for phase 2. There will be additional living costs in phase 2 which you will have to absorb, but maybe the club can help you with your living expenses. We do not know until the clubs see you, and maybe there is a small amount that you will receive from the clubs. If you haven't yet completed the 13th year of education, it will cost you about €400 per month at the school. If you have completed the 13th year of education, you can attend an Italian university for about €2,000 per year. If you are not yet 18 years, as I said, you will need a legal guardian who is an Italian citizen and will cost about €2,500 per year to serve in this capacity and accept the liabilities. They will not act as a parent. This is our program.